Hold on, how many seconds?
Seconds?
123.
No problem. Seconds or minutes?
Minutes. Now 1 minute. Sorry about that, Charles.
No problem.
Okay,
Rolling?
we're rolling. Charles Tabelli's
You have-
weekly class. Faddal.
Thank you, Thank you, David Gandhi. We
Said
said the host was Jack Kassab and Silly. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we had the sponsor, Louis Husney, 201 going to Hatzalah. Thank you so much for everybody. And we're just giving a whole preview of what's going on right now with Yaakov. We said Yaakov, he sends messengers to Esav, and he tells him, in Lavan Garti, v'tayag mitot shemati. I lived with Lavan for 14 years and I kept all the mitzvot. I kept all the Torah. The lesson we learn from here is really how to be, how to live with someone and not get influenced from them. You ever have a bad neighbor? It can really, really change your life. You have one bad neighbor, it can change your life. I don't know if you guys, maybe no one had it, but sometimes even a friend that is not on the same page as you in terms of your life and your path, if he's going the other way fast, sometimes if they're going the other way slow, you can chill it. You can tame it. You know how to handle it. If other guy's going another way fast, it's very, very tough to stick with him and still be on the right path. It's very hard because eventually you're either going to go down with him, or you have to do it. Be on your own. That's just the way life is, and everything. You have to know how to weather the storm and everything. Yaakov was in his house for 14 years. I don't know who to compare it to, but I mean, imagine living like in Bernie Madoff's house. Let's say, right? Imagine a regular kosher guy lived in Bernie Madoff's house for 20 years. He knew exactly what was going on. He knew everything that was taking place, but never touched a dollar of the money. You call that tzaddik, right? That's what Yaakov Avinu is. He knew exactly what was going on. He knew everything, and he didn't touch anything from Lavan. He didn't try. He didn't trick him. He didn't cheat him. He didn't do nothing. He just witnessed and learned everything. So a guy has to know how to not get influenced from bad influences. A lot of things in life. It could be in work. It could be in anything you do in life. This could be a bad influence. You have to know how to keep your distance. You have to know how to set boundaries. If not, you can be a weak person. You gotta be a strong person. You can't let people, take away what you believe in. Guy has friends, right? The friends say, let's go out for dinner tonight. Most of the friends say, listen, let's go to this place. Non-kosher place, right? But a few guys in the group say, you know what? No. Let's go to this place. Let's go to La Marais. Let's go to whatever. Prime cut.
To vary.
You have to know how to stand strong and weather the group to go to to what you want to do. You got to know how to be a leader. You can't always be the follower. In life, followers, no one remembers them. They remember leaders. You got to be a strong leader. Everyone's a leader of the family. You don't follow the family, you lead the family. You have to lead. Take a stick and you lead. Everyone has their own household. You got to lead. Ellie, you're still following your parents, but one day you're going to be a leader. You get married soon, take the staff, and you go. You lead. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow?
One day.
Okay, good. All right. I want to give you guys a little bit of a...
But let's just say it's 5 and 5. Like 5 eat out and 5 eat kosher. And they all go out together. What's the difference we could do? Make. If one person's a leader, if one person's
That's
another
a tough
leader.
answer. That's a tough question. If you have 5 and 5, and you end up going where? To the 5 that say like this?
Yeah.
So if it's 5
If
and 5...
5 want to go to La Marais and the other 5 want to go to Pizza Hut or Domino's, then...
Split up.
It's split up, then I'll call you after.
Yeah.
I'll call you at 10 o'clock after we go out. Why are you going to let the other 5 I'll beat you? You know how to be a leader. You got to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a story. There was once a lawyer, true story, top lawyer in this firm, in Manhattan. And this lawyer is a Jewish guy. He was famous for wearing his kippah, yarmulke, in his work. This was one of those lawyers that always wore the yarmulke. Went to court, went to the prosecutor, always wearing his kippah. And in this law firm, guy was reaching the higher ranks, and there was a bigger law firm that was hiring, and they're looking for people to be part of their defense team, like a big time firm. I don't know the name of the firm was, but it's a big time firm. And they're looking for a guy to lead the team, and they go into the company, and they're asking the heads of the company, who's the top lawyers that are in your company, in your group, and they're pointing out a few guys. This guy, the Jewish guy, he was appointed on that list. He was, told to come in for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Now this guy is excited. He has in a week it's a major interview with a top law firm in Manhattan, and he's excited. He doesn't know what's going on. He's preparing his information, everything, and then he starts getting different opinions. What he should do? Should he go into the interview with his kippah on or not? That's his problem he has. He always wore his kippah his whole life. Every job he had, everything he had. But now, it's a new law firm. He wants to get a good impression on them. He wants to make them feel like, he's part of them. He's thinking. Beginning, what would you do? Not you. Like, what do you think this guy would do?
He should stick to his morals at the end of the day. I believe to wear a jacket every day to work.
Right.
Doesn't matter where I go, I'm going to wear the jacket to work.
What if you think,
This guy believes
what if some guy might laugh at you,
kippah.
might think it's funny? Might hurt the sale, no?
I don't know.
You have to understand.
If it's gonna hurt the sale, then take off the kippah. But if he believes, I don't think that's gonna hurt the sale. Why would
Again,
unless
in
there's
a
an
lawyer's world,
anti-Semite in the
what do you think, Jack?
What's your belief?
What would this guy do? If you're a lawyer, not you. Think,
He's famous for wearing the kippah. He's gonna wear it.
right? Oh,
It's his thing. That's
so. If he's known for that, right?
Yeah, it's his thing.
If he's famous that
Exactly.
he wears a kippah, then keep it on, because everyone knows who you are already, right? In a lawyer's world, though, everything is very detailed. The way they dress, their pocket square, their suit, everything is it's all part of the defense. By the way, it's not just stam that they have a certain suit. They have to give off a certain presence. But this guy was thinking to himself, he doesn't know what to do. And he said the day of the interview, he was deciding to take this kippah off. He said, I'm taking my kippah off. He said, I want to give a good impression that I'm, part of the normal group.
He wants to fit in.
I want to fit in. He doesn't want to stand out. He doesn't want to stand out.
Once you start, you can't stop.
So he doesn't want to stand out already in the first day. He comes to the day of the interview, gets to the job hiring site, and the three main, attorneys are there, and they're hiring the newest prospect, and they see the guy come in, and the guy sits down, and they look at him and they say, first thing they say is, "Where is your yarmulke?" Not Jewish guys. They say, "Where is your yarmulke?" The guy was totally embarrassed. He said, "What? You guys care for where yarmulke or not?" He said, "No, you got the whole picture wrong." The guy said, the hiring team said, "We're looking for people that are going to lead our defense team. We need leaders. When we saw you wearing a kippah, wearing your yarmulke in your law firm, we thought you were a leader. You stand out. You do things on your own.
You have guts, You're
not a follower. You have
Exactly,
guts. You stand up. But now I see that you took your yarmulke off. You're just one of the other people. You're not a leader. You're a follower. You didn't get the job.
Right.
I lost the job." From that moment, this guy said, "From that moment, I decided that I'm no longer taking the kippah off." But you see, it's not just about the kippah itself or the actual jacket or the pant or the tzitzit. It's not about that. It's about sticking to what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you said, if you want to wear a jacket to work, wear it to work. If you think it's an the sale, forget that right now. You have to do what you do. Whatever everyone else can do, you can do. I know there's a famous booth in a certain show that no matter who comes into the show, mincha time is mincha time. What is it, 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock. That's it. Everyone goes out to the booth. They pray out in the booth, in the rows of the booth, and that's it. Doesn't matter if Walmart comes right now. If mincha is mincha, and the buyers will wait. They wait for mincha time. They know this is what the Jews do. We pray. When we pray, we wait for them, and then we go make an order. They know that already. That's what they know. The minute you stop doing that, that's when they start saying, "Wait, I don't know if I can trust this guy. I don't know if he's legit. I don't know if he's so serious."
You have to stick to your
You guys
principles.
stick to the way you are. Stick to the way you are. I'll tell you another story. There's once a guy in Seattle, rich guy. His name is Scott Resnick. Rich guy. He had buildings, owns tons of buildings in Seattle, Washington. And this guy, one time, he was selling a building to a certain client. Selling a building. So they get to the huge conference room, and it's this guy, Scott Resnick's, his lawyers, versus the buyer's lawyers, the negotiating contract. So they're on the huge conference table in the conference room, big, huge table, and the guy, Scott Resnick, he sits where Eddie's sitting, in the middle of the table. Jewish guy. He's sitting in the middle of the table, and his lawyer's on this side, and the buyer's lawyer's on this side. And the lawyers for this guy Resnick, they tell him, listen, you're sitting in the middle of the table, you're not going to have as much bargaining power as if you sit on the head of the table. If you sit on the head of the table, they know that you're the boss. There's a presence that you give off when you sit at the head. It's like a feeling of leadership, power. They said, sit at the head of the table. That way you can negotiate the contract the way you want to do it. You can lead the sale. So he said, I can't sit in this chair. You know why? That was my father's chair. He sat there for 40 years. My father passed away, but I don't sit in this chair out of respect for my father. When the buyer on that team heard what he said between his lawyers, he said, forget the negotiation. Sign the contract. He told his lawyer, sign the contract. He said, what do you mean? You didn't negotiate. He said, with this guy, I don't got to negotiate. With a guy that's able to respect his father, even though he's not there anymore, I know he's not gonna mess me up. He's not gonna play no games with me.
Wow.
Sign the contract. If your guy is honest in what he does, doesn't matter what's gonna happen. The sale's gonna fall. The sale's gonna go even higher. You have to stick to what you believe in. You gotta stick to the guns. Don't be afraid of anyone else. Do what you believe in, and don't be afraid of anyone else. Good, Elliot?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, next topic. Jack, good for now? Good. Any questions or no?
7 out of 10, 8 out of 10.
What happened?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? I gotta make it 10 now.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What are you?
Little guy, a little deeper? Yaakov now comes to Esav, and he's praying before he gets to Esav. And I want to ask you a question. It says in the Pasuk something very interesting. Yaakov is asking Hashem, please save me. And he says, Hatzileni na, save me from Miyad Achi, Miyad Esav. We all know that Esav is his brother. In the Torah, there's no extra words. Why does Yaakov say, Hashem, please save me from my brother Esav? It's not making any sense. Just write, save me, Hashem, from Esav.
Save me from my brother.
Save me from my brother. You don't gotta say,
you
save me
one
from
or
my
the
brother
other.
Esav. What's the point of saying both words? Any answer? Say whatever you think you want to say. Take some time.
Okay, so
Anything?
go. No, I ain't got anything.
Eddie, you have any answer?
Wait and see.
Wait and see.
Wait and see.
Shwaki's conservative tonight. You're not a Trump tonight.
Because he's his brother,
Yeah.
and not only save me from Esav, save me from my brother who is Esav.
So what's the difference?
So Yani, he's my enemy that's close to me.
You're touching on something.
He's not my regular enemy. He's my enemy that is next to me, close to me. That's
You're saying
they say keep your enemies close and your enemies close. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
I hear.
So understand?
That's the answer.
You're more open to attack when
That's the
you're
answer.
close. Okay, beautiful.
That's the answer. Yaakov is saying to Hashem, save me from my brother and save me from myself. Two different people. Separated. Yaakov is afraid of the people of the enemy. There's two enemies. There's an enemy that knows that you're the enemy, and there's an enemy that you don't know that they're your enemy. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example.
But wait, they knew there were enemies in the stomach, or fighting in the womb.
Right. So what's your question? So you're saying, why would you mention it again?
Yeah, so what do you mean? He doesn't know it's his enemy. He knows it's his enemy.
He's saying that he
So-
knows.
He's born. This is before he's born.
Esav is the obvious enemy. That's there. Esav is the obvious enemy. When he says Hashem, save me from Esav, that's obvious. He knows that Esav hates Yaakov and they want to kill each other, right? That's an obvious enemy. But there's an extra word here that says Achi, my brother. What does that have to do with him? Why does there need to be saved from Achi, from my brother? The extra word of a brother is the extra word. It's not making any sense here. So the answer is that there's two different enemies. There's an enemy that is Esav that you know he's trying to kill me. I know who he is. He knows who I am. It's fact. And there's an enemy that we don't know if he's an enemy or not. He comes to me like a brother. You know, they come to you where they give you a hug, and in the back they stamp in the back. Those are the enemies that you had to be very afraid of.
So if he comes like a brother to me, but he's really my enemy, save me from that. Like if he comes to me, oh, don't worry, whatever happened in the past was the past.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he really wants to
At
kill
the
me.
end of the day, he wants to kill you.
Save me from that.
Save me
type
from
of
that
situation,
that kind of enemy.
which is
There's an
sad.
enemy who's much scarier than the guy who wants to kill me.
Why does God need clarification? Just save me from the enemy.
Yaakov
The-
says this.
The one that wants to kill me. Doesn't matter how he presents himself.
Because there's something that's called, so now I'm getting to the next part of the class. Jack's saying a nice question. He's saying, just write save you from enemy. Why do you have to specify which enemy? Because there's two types of enemies in life. What Yaakov was saying here was not at the time. He was praying for later generations. He was saying, Hashem, save Bnei Yisrael from two kinds of enemies. There's an enemy that's Esav, that wants to kill you straight out. I want to destroy you, like Iran. Iran says, I want to annihilate Israel. Boom, flat. No tricks, no games, no buts at it. We know who is our enemy. They know they know who's against us. There's nothing in the middle. It's fact. But there's a country, like I don't know what, give me some kind of country that we don't know what their stories with us. Give me like an example. Turkey. Turkey is not a country that we don't know what's going on. One day they kill Israel. One day they attack us. One day they want peace. They're always mixing around games. You don't know what goes on around the back, what they really
Or
want
a
to do.
type of country that welcomes you and says, "Oh, marry our people." This.
Exactly.
That's also.
There's two types of enemies. There's one enemy that we don't
They
know.
kill your religion. They kill the whole thing.
That's
They
it.
intermarry with you.
There's two types of enemies. There's an enemy that wants to take away your physical body. The Nazis, they wanted to kill the Jew. They wanted to kill the actual bone of the Jew, the flesh, the body, the bone. But there's an enemy that wants to kill the spiritual soul. They want to keep the body. You can still be the same person you are. Just go out with Christina, or just date. You know what I mean? Just date another girl. Haley. Go out with her. Nothing wrong with it. You can still be the same person. You can still have a beard. You can still wear the same jacket you want. Just go out with her. Not a big deal. She's your neighbor. You know her 30 years. You guys grew up together. Went to the same park. Whatever. So that's the enemy that you gotta be afraid of, because it's the enemy that comes together with you in open hands. In the back, literally, in the back. There's two types of Holocaust. There's a physical Holocaust that happened, which killed 6 million. And there's a spiritual Holocaust that killed maybe 60 or 70 million. And it's still counting. That's the Holocaust that we're in now. It's called the spiritual Holocaust. Intermarriage is crazy these days. It's crazy. People just rampantly are just forgetting that there's a boundary between Jew and non-Jew. You can go to the club, you go out and party, and you see a girl at the party, and then you take her home, and then you have whatever how long you have with her. But then you say to yourself, wait, she's cool, she's not so bad. She's friendly, she's nice, she likes the Jewish people, she loves Israel. She went to Israel on a trip and she loved the Kotel and she was amazed with the way Tel Aviv has the beaches there, and she was so amazed. She said, why not? What's nothing different between me and her. Just I have a Jewish background, she doesn't. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what the people these days say, and unfortunately, they lose that boundary, and they end up going out and they date, and then they get too deep into it, and they get married, and that's it. There goes that whole part of that person is done. That chain that went on from generation to generation stopped. That means a guy could have a generation in his grandfather and great-grandfather and great-grandfather, going back 500 years of Judaism. And all of a sudden, one little guy comes and just cuts the chain like an ant. Who are you? Imagine the great-great-great-grandfather looking down and saying, who is this little punk destroying my chain of events? I grew a chain link that went down for 1,000 years. You're gonna come? You, this little peppy guy? What do you think you are? In 2017, you're gonna go there and cut off the link that I worked so hard for. That's what a guy is. A guy that wants to cut off the chain, he has to think about what he's doing. He's going to ruin thousands of years of history. It's not an easy thing to do. That's what Yaakov was saying. Save me from the guy that my enemy called the brother. Achi. I'm afraid of that guy. So I don't know what his deal is. My people might get so close to him and just lose everything. It's not for nothing, by the way, that this parasha falls out during this season. Christmas Hanukkah season. You ever see the famous picture of a house with a Christmas tree and a Hanukkah menorah? That is this enemy of Achi. That is this spiritual annihilation. That's what it is. Yaakov is afraid of this. Yaakov is afraid of that guy.
Precise.
The guy that knows how to, the guy that celebrates Christmas and Hanukkah, he was afraid of that guy. That guy eventually is going to end up leaving Hanukkah and just celebrate Christmas. It's like you know, people, I always thought it was very funny. Yeah, people who celebrate Halloween, but on Purim they'll never celebrate. On Halloween they'll get dressed up and go out and do everything, but on Purim, nah, dressed up, nah, come on, Teal.
They have Purlati.
That's Teal, right? What happened?
Purlati, you know?
Polati?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
You better Rama.
People, they celebrate the holidays of the Goyim, but they don't even celebrate our own holidays. They don't celebrate it. Purim is an amazing day. It's a day that you're allowed to drink wine and get crazy. It's a day you're allowed to do it. No, we don't do it. Why? I should get crazy? No, but the last Saturday night, it was okay for you to get drunk and do nothing. People don't know that we're Jewish. We have we have our own holidays. Stick to our own holidays. You don't need to celebrate what they celebrate. The hardest thing is knowing how to separate work, and religion. Very, very hard. People don't know how to separate it. They think, since I work with a guy, so it's cool that I can, I can celebrate whatever he wants to celebrate. I can be friendly with him. You have to know the separation. You got to know the line. You got to draw the boundary. You good until now?
We're good, yeah.
You want some deep goods? I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you guys are waiting for some deep goods. I have
Coming.
deep goods.
I feel it. It's coming.
I
Right?
haven't. Only problem is that
It's coming, right?
you know.
So go, pump the
Sometimes
juice.
you wanna. I'll give it to you guys.
Small crowd. It's small crowd.
I'll give you a nice small
on.
crowd.
Yeah.
If you understood it or not, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. Okay?
Yeah.
If you want to repeat it, you can repeat it. But make sure if you repeat it the way it was said. If it was said the wrong way, it's gonna be off target.
Gotcha.
I'll give you some deep goods right now.
You want
Let's
some
some
scotch?
wine so we can
We're going to need some scotch.
Got
take
some
it.
wine,
Need
huh?
some wine to take it to the next to the sod.
Need some wine, Charles?
No, I'm good.
So, you drink case nice here, Charles.
Go to the L. Going to the next level right now.
But there's a sword in wine, right? The yain itself, there's a sword in
Yeah.
it. So maybe we should.
You go to the next level right now.
you know?
Esav says to Yaakov, he says, in the medium, and he says, Yeshli Rav, I have a lot. And Yaakov says, Yeshli Kol, I have everything. Esav is the people that always say, I have a lot, but I can always use more. There's always that guy that says, I can use another car on the job, another house somewhere else, another this. It's not bad to do that, by the way. It's very good to have an ambition. However, you have to know when to be happy with what you have. You can always have a drive to get more. I want 3 houses, no problem with that. So I want to give each kid a house, no problem. However, I'm happy with 1. If I get 2, I'm fantastic. If I get 3, great. I'm happy with 1. You have to know how to be happy with what you have. Everything after that is already a gift. That's what you have to know. Esav didn't say that. Esav said, I have enough, but I have a lot, but I can still use more. That was Esav. Yaakov comes to Esav now. Right? And they're meeting, and all of a sudden, he does something that's very funny. He bows down to Esav. He says he bows down to him 7 times. Give you ready for this? Come a little closer so you can hear the secret. He bows down to Esav 7 times.
Wow.
He bows down to him. All the wives bow down to him. Leah, Rachel, Bilhah, Zilpah, they all bow down to him. All the kids bow down to Esav. Everyone bowed down to Esav. Except for 1 kid that was not born yet.
Yeah, I mean.
Who was it? Binyamin. The tribe of Shevet Binyamin. Binyamin was not born. He was born later on. He did not bow down to Esav. On whatever level it is, it was a sin what they did. On whatever level it is. Again, they're not sinners. They're just, for them, it was a sin to bow down to Esav. Esav is an Asha. Why you bow down to him? Hashem said, you guys are Sadiqim. You don't bow down to the priest. The priest should bow down to you. It was a little bit of a fault on their part. They had to fix it. They have to rectify that little problem they did. So we know that there's a term, a concept of Judaism. If there's a problem in this generation, even if it's 100 years later or 1,000 years later, it has to happen again, and they have to fix whatever was messed up back then. Give you for instance, if something happens in the parashat of Noah, don't be surprised if in the story of Hanukkah something happens that has to fix whatever happened to Noah. Doesn't matter how long a generation it is. It could be a grandfather came, stole something, and his great grandchild has to go through a similar situation and get stolen from, just so he can rectify whatever happened to his grandfather. Understand? It's called what's called Glugul. You have to come back and fix that problem. So Yaakov, it seemed like he sinned. He bent down to Esav. So this problem has to get rectified again. You have to fix this problem now. Only one person did not sin and didn't bow down to it. Who was it? Binyamin. He didn't bow down to Esav. Okay? Now watch this. You have to come back down. Yaakov Avinu comes back down again later on in the Torah. Much later on. As Mordechai. And Esav comes down as Haman. The story of the Purim starts off. Everyone knows the whole story of the lottery and Haman. He rises into power, and all of a sudden, the famous situation. Haman comes to the courtyard, and what does it say? Mordechai lo nechra v'lo nishtachaveh. Mordechai does not bow down. It's funny. Why all of a sudden does Mordechai does not bow down? Everyone bowed down except Mordechai. Except Mordechai. Why? Why not bow down? Just bow down, and tomorrow laugh at him. Just for now, just bow down. You know why? Mordechai said to himself, I know what I have to fix. Yaakov Avinu, when he was Esav, he bowed down to him. He sinned. Now Esav comes back down, which is Haman, and Mordechai says, I'm not going to bow down to you. No way. I'm not going to bow down to you. And Mordechai, do you know where he came from?
Binyamin, though.
Mordechai ben Shaul ben Kish ish Shimini. He came from the tribe of Binyamin. You know why? Because Binyamin is the only.
It's not a tikkun.
Why not? You don't have to come from the same family.
You need all the kids to do tikkun, huh?
I'm saying, yeah.
No,
the
you don't
brothers
gotta.
didn't do tikkun.
You don't gotta come from the same source. You can come. You come as a woman. You come as a cat. Doesn't matter what you have to come back as another person. It doesn't have to be the same family.
But it's tikkun. I understand if the tikkun's for Yaakov,
Only
not for the brothers, the other mothers.
You know how old the kids were?
Oh, they're under 13.
No, they were not on 13, but they weren't at the point where they know what they're doing. They're not. They can't get blamed for that. Their father told them to bow down. They're doing what their father did. There's no sin on the kids. There's sin
Basically, the
on the
tikkun.
father.
Yeah, the person that needs the tikkun is Yaakov.
He has to come down as Mordechai, and he only Mordechai does not bow down to Esav, and he stays away from that, and he rectifies the sin of bowing down to Esav. That's one thing. That's just the first part. So he does not bow down to Esav, and he rectifies that sin. Now there's a famous story with the Malach. The Malach is fighting with Yaakov, right? The whole night they're fighting, and at the end of the fight, boom, he gives him a hit. What spot? Give him a shade. It's a thigh. He hits him in the thigh. You know why he hits him in the thigh? He doesn't give him a hit in the arm, the shoulder, the knee. Why does he hit him in the thigh for? Hey, what do you think? What's the thigh about? Hits him in the thigh? Should give him a broken nose.
Sweet spot.
Punch him in the nose.
Down.
Yaakov, when he bowed down with his thighs. He bowed down with his thighs. The Malach was saying, Yaakov, you sin with your thighs. You sin with that part of your body. Boom, he hit him in that spot.
The Malach thing happened after or before?
Before it, but it was. Torah does not go over. Torah does not go over. That's it?
Yeah.
I had the same question.
Uh-huh.
But the Malach, already the Malach told the Ruach HaKodesh, there's no need to say.
Yeah, but then where's the free choice?
Malach, there's no free choice. Malach.
Okay, but where's the free choice in the men?
Malach hit him.
If you're saying if the Malach hit Yaakov
Right.
knowing that he was gonna bow.
He didn't tell him what he did. He just hit him in the arm, in the leg.
Yeah, but he did it knowing that he was gonna bow. This.
Right.
The Malach knew that he was going to do it. Yaakov didn't know anything. He got hit in his leg. That's it. Later on, he bowed down. Malach hit him in that spot.
Yeah, but you can't do midah keneged midah from events that happened before. Only events that happen after. Because then if you're doing it before, you're affecting the free choice of the man.
You could do it.
Obviously not though, because even Yaakov Avinu, our forefather, couldn't figure that out. How would you figure that out?
No, I'm not figuring it out. Maybe he got hit over there because he got hit over there.
Nah, he just thought it was he couldn't figure it out, obviously, that it would happen.
What's your question exactly? I'm not trying to. I'm not
I think
understanding
he's
your question.
giving him a hint of what's going to happen next.
He's not giving
No.
him. He didn't tell him anything. He just gave him
You're
the spot.
saying that he hit him there. Why? Because midah keneged midah. What he's gonna do in the future.
On the malach, on the angel, in terms of heaven.
It's not how midah keneged midah works.
Why
Midah
Said it didn't
keneged
happen
midah
yet,
works.
so
Why not?
how could it be midah ke midah?
Then after you're affecting free will.
Right.
It didn't say that Yaakov knew what happened to him. He got hit on the shoulder, on the thigh.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now Yaakov later on, let's say 10 years later, he bows down.
He bows down to Esav.
Okay.
That's a sin. Okay, now he did the sin, you punish him after
Right.
it's the fact, not before the fact.
You have a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
The punishment is the gagul, not the hidden leg.
Punishment is gagul.
Hidden leg is nothing.
He's saying it's also a thing.
The hidden leg, by the way, he got healed from it. He got healed later on. So it didn't really. He gets healed from it. However, you still has a question saying, if it happened before, so why are you getting punished for it?
Yeah, you don't get punished for. You don't get punished before you do the action, because then after, there's no free will.
It probably wouldn't have been a punishment. If he didn't do it, it probably would have been for something else. That's how it works usually. No.
It could be that him in the leg for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
You hit him in the leg, you hit him in the leg.
No,
To
right.
teach
I
us a
know-
lesson that you can't eat that part of the cow, probably. I don't know.
I know other reasons why him in the leg, but they're not connected to this part.
I guess
But I know-
that's why.
Another reason is that the leg represents the children.
So why hit him in
The
the
children represent the children.
So why hit him there?
He hit him in his leg to show that you, Yaakov, you're perfectly fine. But later in your generations, your children are going to sin. He hit him in his leg.
Who's he referring to?
There's children.
Egil did.
No, there's a lot of time
In general.
generation where children may
I
so
mean, us right now.
In
we
general.
sin. We
So
sin.
then back to my
So the same question is
Yeah.
again. So you see from there that sometimes there's God knows what's going on in the past and in the future. However, you have an opportunity to change it or not. You ever see a play? They write a script, right? They have a producer who writes the whole script.
Yeah.
Okay. The actor goes on stage. He has a chance to change the whole play.
Change the lines, yeah, you can change the
He
lines.
can change the lines. He can decide.
Say instead of
He
saying
can write.
Joe Schmo,
Right. He can say Joe Schmo. He can say Dave Bo.
Dave Bow,
Right, he
yeah.
can change the whole thing. It's up to him. It's not up to the producer. The producer just writes a script. Same thing over here. The script's already written before. Up to you to change it or not. You want to go according to the script or you want to change it. That's what it's all about. Free will is there. Free will is there, but you can still sin. That's what it is. That was what I want to tell you. That was, I mean, I wanted to get a little bit deep and tell you that concept. I can't go too into it because it's just whatever, it's much more deeper. But Yaakov comes back as Mordechai and he has to bow down to Esav and he doesn't. He has to rectify. Everything in life has to get rectified. Every little thing in life has to get rectified.